If you were to choose one part of history, and let's be a little fun with this, one part of history to like live in, what would it be?
2000. Because I don't think I know anything that would get me through any other decade.
Wait, you want to go back to a part of history where we already lived through?
Yeah, because if I go back to like the 1800s or whatever, the English that I know isn't even going to line up with the English that they know. And if I go back any further than that, where they're not even speaking English, how am I going to get anything across in the Middle Ages? They're
That's
not
the
gonna know
fun part, is that you're going to have to learn
That's
to
the
adapt.
Fun part.
It can't be that bad, oh, 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 it can't be that bad.
There's a point of now in modern movies where I believe they're trying to do the thing where they're like, every character is marketable, so I don't want to make even the bad guys unlikable on the off chance that it hurts our marketability. But they didn't give a fuck about that, like when they made Nightmare Before Christmas. Hella people love Oogie Boogie.
Yeah,
and
of course.
he's like one of the worst. He's a literal bag of bugs. He's the worst fucking thing ever, in my mind at least. And it's just, and they didn't, they just.
But since it's a kid's movie, they couldn't make him a serial killer where they...
Nightmare Before, first of all, he is a serial killer. Also, Nightmare Before Christmas is definitely not for kids. It's very risque. Has a lot of like deep, dark jokes. It's fucking Tim Burton.
What is it, rated PG, right? I think that's like, with the guidance of your parents, the kids could watch it. I mean, they're not making...
I think it is PG.
Oogie Boogie has his own section in Disneyland when it's Halloween time.
Now. Well, actually always. Because
he's definitely marketable.
Yeah,
Disney or like animated movies, unless you're Sausage Party, make every single character marketable.
Well, I mean, even in Sausage Party, the bad guy was the douche, and he was pretty marketable.
Yeah, to us. We weren't like...
douche, man.
But we weren't 5-year-olds going around saying, I'm a fucking douche, man.
Yes, you're right.
However, you might be the 5-year-old that would be the one saying that.
Look, you're bringing this up, but I remember the first time I ever said fuck.
What? When?
I was in the 4th grade.
Okay.
Somebody had written it in crayon on one of the walls at the elementary school. And I had read it, and everybody, it was one of those things where everyone's like, oh, this is the F word. And I was like, oh my God. And I remember going home and like, I just couldn't get the word out of my head. It's such a bad word, and it's like infecting my thoughts, and it's infecting my person. I remember telling my mom, like, Mom, I got this bad word in my head, and I can't get it out. I don't know what to do. My mom's like, just say it. And I was like, oh, what?
She let you say it?
She's like, just say it. Get it out of your head. Get it out of your mind. And I was like, oh, okay. Fuck.
She was testing you, and she just smacked you right there.
I'm actually replacement Alejandro.
Oh, fuck. Other one died years ago?
No, but I do remember that was literally the first time I ever said fuck.
Well, did she get mad at you for saying it? Because my mom
No, I think in the context, it was like one of those things where it was like, where she's like, if it's like an earworm in your head and you can't get it out of your mind, just
do it.
Yeah.
But it's not like you're saying it to her or to someone else. And
no, it'd be one thing if I was like, Mom, can I say it? And she'd be like, yeah, go ahead, say it. And then I just like didn't say anything. Just like saved it.
Saved it for
like months
days later when you guys get in a fight.
Here's my progress report. Fuck!
You said I could say it, Mom.
You actually can't get mad at me for that. The grades, yes. The language, no. I got your permission.
My dad used to get really mad at me for saying, gosh darn it, dang, freak it, what the freak? Because I'd always say that in my room when I'm playing video games, because I used to have like an anger issue playing video games. I'm a very nice guy with people.
Playing video games.
Right?
Yeah.
Me, this nice guy where I'm nice with people, but when it comes to electronics and technology and driving, I get so fucking upset.
No face, no place in your heart is what I say.
No face, no place in my heart.
Yep.
I like that.
Thank you.
I like that a lot.
I am in the pocket. Now I'm up. The pocket's up to my waist now.
Hell yeah. You deep in that hole, boy.
Should we say hello?
We should say hello to the baddies. Baddies.
Baddies?
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
My name's Christian.
And my name is Alejandro.
And we're here to say hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Actually, switch those names in case you're new. I am actually Christian.
And I'm actually Alejandro. And I would like to say hello.
Yes, we welcome you to our show if it's your first time. But if it's your 50th time, welcome back. It's another episode of ICBTB's Highly Irrelevant. And it's a relaxed day.
It's highly relaxed. That's what it is.
I never wake up this early, and it's nice to wake up when the sun's not setting.
Yeah, I've had about 3 days where every minute of the day has been scheduled out. And after 1 o'clock today, I will be able to just kind of let loose and relax.
You deserve it. Go on your trip.
Thank you.
Relax.
Thank you.
I hate those days.
I was on a trip last month, though, so don't act like I don't take trips very often.
Oh, no. A trip a month would be, I think that's perfect for everyone. If you can.
Very European, I think.
To do that?
A trip a month.
What countries make it so that because I think it's different in the U.S. where we work 8-hour shifts 5 days a week. Like that's the norm.
40-hour weeks in America with no paid time off and 0 sick leave is just like the standard in America.
Oh, yeah.
But if you go to Europe, you like have to take 3 weeks off of vacation a year. You have to. You have to have paid time off. And if your wife has a baby, guess what, bro? You gotta go spend time with that baby.
It's not just maternity leave.
No. It's paternity leave.
Yeah, all together at the same time for the same amount of time.
Which for me was my only saving grace as being a father, where it's like, all right, now the baby's here. What's the worst time to be around a baby? When it's brand new and crying all the time and doesn't know anything.
I'm gonna stay at work.
Time to go to work.
Yeah. You don't want your personal life to ruin your work life and vice versa.
I mean, I keep them completely separate anyways. That's why I'm married to my work and I'm married to my life.
My dad was telling me that for over 30 years, like, yeah, he's friends with his coworkers, but he never wants to invite them over for dinner, and he never wants to invite them over for like outings and all of that stuff because he wants to keep work, and he wants to keep his personal life.
I get that. I completely get that. I always have a tough time when I'm invited to hang out with friends and stuff for birthday parties, or I'm sorry, coworkers for birthday parties and things like that, because on one hand, I do enjoy my time that I spend with these people and I like hanging out with them, and and I do wish them a happy birthday. It's not like I don't want them to have a happy birthday. But I do always have this weird line of like, this is still one of my coworkers. And like, you've seen me at a party and you've seen me at work. I mean, I can't have one person see both sides of it, especially if they have to sign my paycheck at the end of the month.
That is kind of weird.
You know?
I mean, like, has it always been like that? Because when you worked in the restaurant business, it's kind of different.
When I worked in the restaurant business, it was a lot more clear cut. Managers did not hang out with, servers and stuff like that. Every once in a while, you might get a server who's promoted to manager and still has like 2 or 3 friends who are still,
But usually you're exiled from the social circle.
For the most part, once you become a manager, you really can't hang out with your workers because for the very reason that I just said. What if the manager gets drunk and starts hitting on one of the hosts and everybody sees it? Then it ruins everything. Or if, that's on one side of the spectrum, but it could be, even on the other end. What if the manager gets completely drunk and is like, you totally deserve that promotion, and then you don't get the promotion? Well, now, it can all come back and hurt everybody.
Yeah.
So
it's messy. It's messy when you add like politics to the whole. I mean, being coworkers with your friends, and it's like sometimes moving in with your friends when you're mixing 2 circles together.
Yeah.
I'm not about the mess, man.
We mixed a couple circles together doing this podcast together, and luckily it's come out pretty neutral. Yeah.
But I think that's the risk. I mean, I think it's not very common where 2 people starting a podcast together are just acquainted. That's it.
I kind of disagree.
Maybe like later on in the professional game, like let's say we had 2 podcasts on our own do really well, and we met up at a party and we got acquainted, and we're just like, hey, these traits about you really work well with me. We
want to do a show about pie.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's where, and that's my point exactly. That's where I think it comes from, because I remember when I first started listening to podcasts and stuff. Like I can think of 2 in particular. The James Bonding podcast, which was one of the first ones I started listening to. We're 2 guys who just met on a G4 show. It's like special, talking about James Bond. And they're like, what if we did like I have a podcast, you have a podcast, what if we did one together? And that's how that one started. And then I also know Girls Gotta Eat, because it's Karen's favorite and I hear quite a bit of it. They also had podcasts on their own and then met, and then were like, what if we did a podcast together? And then thus created their relationship. So it does happen.
Yeah. And then through that, I think it's healthy to become friends through that. But you're gambling when you're friends first and you go into like some sort of business venture.
And but what we had was every time before we took any step to this podcast, we always talked about like, what happens next? What happens if this happens? What happens if you quit and I don't want to? Or if I quit and you don't want to? Or if, your leg gets blown off and you lose half your vocal cord? Like we've talked about all these crazy scenarios.
The last example. Wild.
It's always comes.
Leg blows off.
And losing half your vocal cords. It happens all the time.
Due to my leg blowing off.
A lot of people don't realize your vocal cords end at your kneecap.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm glad that this podcast of ours hasn't like ended our friendship. It's only made it better.
Oh, not yet.
Don't fucking say that. What the hell's wrong with you? I think it'll be a graceful dismount whenever like the time comes.
Just want to keep every option open, sir.
No.
Think about it. This is how I think about it, though.
What?
Let's say we have a really bad, dirty breakup over the podcast.
Sure.
5 years after that, we can have a really big comeback together, which would potentially
people be like, I thought they broke up. I thought they got into fist fights and they fucking hate each other's guts.
Imagine if the Beatles would have gotten back together.
Maybe.
If they would have gotten back together and just even made one more album, everyone would have been like, this is the Beatles album that we all were waiting for.
It would be the highest selling album
of course.
ever.
Even if that was the only one they made, and then immediately after they broke up again, like it would still be like, yeah, well, remember that brief year in 79 when the Beatles got back together, and you'd be like,
everyone loves a reunion, even especially if it ended with drama. I think we're all
it has to end with drama.
We're all pieces of shit, and we love drama, man. That's why reality TV's booming. That's why you love Sex of the City, is because like we don't want to watch something too happy. We want to watch something messy and stupid.
I like Sex in the City because I feel like I was fed a bucket of lies for at least 15 years of my life.
And now you're learning the truth.
And now I'm figuring it out. But you're right. People like reality shows because of the reunion show at the end of the season, which is something I'm slowly learning about.
Did you like reality shows as a kid? I can't imagine. I could imagine that like it makes you just sick to the stomach. Like, why the fuck is this being consumed by people?
I never was a big fan of reality show. No, because I think it's clearly forced and clearly, it's
scripted. It's not real.
Yeah. The reality show that I think was the most like iconic reality show that I did get into was Jersey Shore.
Yeah, I think that was a big one. That changed the culture of reality shows.
This is a show truly about nothing, for nothing, of nothing people, and we're going to make it into something, and now 10, 20 seasons later, these people are millionaires.
Do you think it's because if we see these people having stupid-ass problems, it makes us forget about our stupid-ass problems?
I feel like when reality shows start, it is a fun way to see how it's like opening a window into a room that you don't know. Then you grow and develop with the people in that window, and they grow and develop. And then the reality show, by the time a reality show ends, and by the time the reality show starts, it's always a way different show. It's like not even remotely related to how it always started. So I think the fun part of reality shows is growing with the people, changing with the people, and seeing how they go from one form of life to another.
I feel like it does get less forced toward the end of the season, because those relationships are already formed. As opposed to when it's like 9 strangers in a room and no one's had sex yet. It's the first week. We're going to throw like a condom in there.
And that just one condom.
Fight for it.
They throw it in the trash. But that's why it shows like Big Brother and Survivor can kind of still do well, because they're like, every season it's season 1. Every season it's season 1. But, a finite show like Keeping Up with the Kardashians eventually does come to an end, because now they are the richest, most famous, most celebrated people in the world. But when they started, they just had like a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in Calabasas. Like they were just normal people whose dead dad helped OJ, and their stepdad was a 10-time decathlon who's now a woman. Like it's just like, it was not... You know what I mean? The show what it is now is not what the show it is when
it's completely changed. At this point, if they were to make it... Well, they have a reality show back of some sort.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians, from what I understand, is now over.
Okay.
But The Kardashians is starting up on Hulu.
What's hard about that? So there's 2 ways to sell this. So either you could have a reality show about people that you could relate to and their dumb problems.
Or not at all.
Where everyone's just eating lobster and you're just like, what kind of life is this?
And then on the flip side of that show, so like now it's sprung from that, where it was like, these people are just like me and these people are nothing like me.
Yeah.
Now there's a whole genre of reality show where it's like, those people who are nothing like me have to be served by somebody. Now I'm watching a show about the people who are working for the people who are on the very top, right? Like,
is there a specific show about that?
I watched a reality show with my mom called Life Below Deck, all about people who work on like $1 million yachts as like the captain and the stewards and the cooks and the workers, and like all the shit that they have to put up with because these rich people come in and want everything perfectly and done as it is. It's just like, there's just so many like spin-offs now where it's like, you want a show about just the dishwasher in a restaurant, and it's like,
show me that.
I guess I do. And then eventually that dishwasher becomes like Gordon Ramsay, and it's like,
I would love to see the life of a butler. The life of a butler would be so interesting.
I think that's called Batman.
Alfred? It's not about Alfred, though. Balfred, if Alfred becomes Batman.
There is a line of comics about Alfred when he was younger and working in the MI6 before he met.
See, that's cool, but he's still not a butler. I want to see his everyday life, like, fixing Bruce's bed.
Every episode is him, like, folding his bed and just being like, more blood on the sheets.
Yeah, what's he up to? I don't know if I want to watch this.
Alfred doesn't know. Alfred's like, I can't figure out what's happening. He still
doesn't know that he's Batman? I keep seeing these Batman suits.
I love, honestly, again, when you don't try to do an accent, it comes off great.
When I don't try to do a lot of things, it comes off way better.
That's how I am with singing.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard you do one run in the course of this 2.5-year show, and it was a solid run.
And it was me not trying. Every other time you've heard me sing, it's because I'm trying.
Yeah, the key kids out there.
Key kids?
Is to not try.
Care.
Yeah, when you don't care, you succeed. So go to school, not caring.
Then you'll succeed.
Go into your first relationship, not caring.
And you'll succeed.
There's truth in that, and it's sad when
maybe not in the relationship one, but yes, in a
there's
finite
truth.
amount.
No,
yes.
there is truth in that in the relationship one, because that's why we didn't like. It was the assholes that always got the girls in high school. It's because there's this whole push and pull thing, like when you act like a douchebag. Girls and guys.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No, I do. I know.
Okay, I was gonna
built
say
my whole personality on it. Built every inch of my personality on that.
Well, good thing you've grown up and you're not like that anymore. You're not like I mean, you've never been like an asshole boy. Every single time you've been in a relationship, you've tried. You've really definitely tried. And
Thank you. You hear that, ex-girlfriends?
But there are some particular people that we grew up with that were just they purposefully treated the girls poorly or didn't care for them at all so that the girls could try harder.
Like Barack Obama.
What, did he do that to Michelle? Yeah. What are you saying, man?
Just thought I'd like to start that rumor. I don't know. Why not?
Barack was a bad boyfriend to
you know
Michelle.
how Barack got Michelle?
How?
Negging her.
Oh, whoa, really?
He was just like, Michelle, you should try a little bit harder.
Be like, oh my God. And he became the president of the U.S.
That's the goal of him. That's every man's goal.
Is to become the president. So you got to neg a girl. I've never done it.
You've never negged a girl?
No, I once was like when I was I didn't know how to hit on women when I was in high school, and like I had like friends that were girls that I would like tease and make fun of, but like I wasn't interested in them. And then one guy, Greg Soleil, came up to me. He was just like, dude, that's flirting. And my whole life was flipped upside down because like all the girls I actually liked, I'm really nice to. And all my homies were like, dude, you're being too nice. You're playing all your cards way too fast. And the first girl that I'm witnessed being mean to, I get positive reinforcement that's how you get women. And you know, what is this life?
And you know what? That girl probably did like you.
Probably, man. Yeah. Probably. And here's the thing. I did not look into it. I didn't look past it. I mean, I just paid her I didn't pay her any romantic flirtatious attention after that. It probably made it worse.
Oh, I guess I can't talk to Chelsea anymore.
Yeah, just like I bet.
I guess that's the end of that.
That's the end. All right.
She was really cool too. I guess I'll never talk to her again.
And then like here's Chelsea on the other end, like just like, Christian, I just wish he would.
She's over here telling her friends, she's like, Christian actually gets me. He knows what I like, and he talks to me, and we make each other laugh all the time. I think he might be the one.
And we cut to like a flashback of us at the cafeteria. I'm just eating.
You're
not
like,
looking
you
at her.
actually like Digimon?
I'm over a Pokemon guy. You're fucking lame. And then like her heart is beating twice as fast.
She just starts throwing all her cards away.
Also, who is this girl Chelsea in high school that's playing Digimon cards?
So this is based on a real person that I knew.
What's up, baddies? Have you ever wondered where that neon light came from that's on their wall?
Well, good thing I'm here because I'm going to tell you today. Hi, y'all. Christian Baltazar from ICBTB. And ICBTB has recently partnered with Bright Light Tribe. So if you guys want your own customized neon light like Alan does, right, man?
Most definitely.
You guys could go to brightlighttribe.com. Use promo code ICBTB at checkout to get $25 off your next purchase.
Do it. No. That was terrible. I ruined it.
No, you didn't. I mean, when you were first starting to like girls, were you like nice to them to try to get their attention?
Sure.
Because I know that there's a thing like when kids tease each other when they like a girl. I mean, that never happened to me. Everyone, yeah, all my friends
just teased you.
Just teased me, man.
I don't know, man. I wasn't really talking to girls until post high school, anyway. So
Okay, so like middle school. What do you think helped best with how to talk with the opposite sex?
I couldn't do it. Don't ask me. I couldn't do it.
Man, this is like the worst. We were not players at all.
People. Hey, man. How'd you get all your girlfriends in middle school? Easy. I had none.
Hey, you had two girlfriends in high school, which in my eyes as a high schooler was like, wow, you You really cracked the
That guy
code,
gets
man.
around. That guy gets it.
Because even like when I went to prom with the girl that I liked senior year, I tried to kiss her on the cheek, and immediately afterwards, she was just
farted.
like, Christian, if she farted after a kiss on the cheek, I'd be like, oh my God, we're at that stage?
Thank God, I've been holding this in for hours.
And then I just let one loose. Sadly, that was not the series of events.
I will believe it will be, though.
She just told me, hey, Christian, I just want to be friends with you. And I was like, I probably saw that one coming.
She's like, I'm a lip virgin, and I'm saving my lips for my father.
I'm into lip celibacy, so let's just like...
Lilibacy.
Yeah, lilibacy. So let's just keep our distance right now.
I hear in like 10 years, 20 years, there's going to be a disease that will keep you 6 feet away from me. So let's just pretend like we have it now.
Yeah, let's be ahead of the game.
Let's call it COVID.
Let's, for kicks and giggles, I don't know what it means.
We'll spell it with a K, though.
Yeah, kids COVID, KK-19.
Cool kids COVID. I'm sorry, was that not the joke you were setting up?
No, that's exactly what I was setting up. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
I have been thinking recently about my next tattoo.
Oh, lay it on me.
I would like to get Jesus from the Book of Revelations, where he's riding a horse, wearing 7 crowns and breathing swords out of his mouth as he condemns those who have sinned against him, and bringing only 140 people to heaven where everyone else gets to suffer.
Does it say that in the Book of Revelations where he's breathing swords out of his mouth?
Yes.
What is Jesus, a dragon in this book?
Jesus is a lot of things. He's also riding a horse with the face of a lion and the feet of bears and the sound of a Revelations is just a fucking crazy book.
They need to start adding Jesus as a secret DLC character into
Every video game.
Every video game, man.
Mortal Kombat.
Street Fighter.
Mortal Kombat. Jesus' finishers in Mortal Kombat 12
would be insane.
And if you do a finisher to Jesus, you just
Bro, I don't know if that part is sellable.
The other one is Pontius Pilate. The other DLC is Pontius Pilate.
People be like...
And he's like, I don't really want to fight you, but, what am I going to do?
The law's the law.
I have to do it.
The law's the law.
I'm not even Jewish or Christian.
They should have this might be a hot take, but a fighting game of all
prophets? All prophets?
And religious figures. Like a DLC of Buddha, but you get different skins of Buddha. One's Siddhartha, one he's still a prince, and
Honestly, look, we're never going to be allowed into Iran anyway, so here's the best winning. Once you beat the game 100%, you unlock Allah.
Whoa.
Because you're not allowed to see what he looks like.
What if he's just how Noob
we don't know.
Saibot existed?
No, humans are...
That's what I'm saying. Noob Saibot in Mortal Kombat was just this black silhouette.
Yeah.
But let's just make him this OP black silhouette with who knows? I don't know. No one knows how Allah is supposed to look.
We're literally not allowed to draw him.
No. That's against the religion?
Yeah, you're also not allowed to draw anything in the image of a human because only Allah can do that. That's why they broke the nose off of the Sphinx.
Ooh, gosh. Imagine this video game that we're creating right now.
I think in 20 years it will be made.
You think so?
Yeah, and if Jesus doesn't throw his thorn of crowns at Gandhi,
like Kung Lao, that comes back. Yo, that would be so cool.
We're in it.
Yes.
Although I will say the one with the highest fighting skills, Muhammad.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
What makes you say that?
Well,
he's a great fighter.
I mean, let's look at the religions as a whole.
Do you think? No, I'm gonna say. In the years to come, this is actually virtually impossible to create because now that woke culture is getting more and more woke.
When it goes the other way, bro.
You think there's going to be a point in time the pendulum swing?
It always swings the other way. And you know what?
What?
We will be prized to make the most money.
Because they're going to find this episode and be like, these guys thought of it first. You think people will be offended from this conversation?
Let's think about it. I don't give a shit. Let's think about it. So we got Jesus.
Sure.
We got Muhammad.
Okay.
We got Buddha.
Yes.
We got...
Oh, and when Buddha's a playable character, he has one of his powers is he summons all the children that climb him. Because on statues, he has 20 Asian kids climbing him.
Yeah.
Oh, and he can just throw the kids at them.
I feel like there's a lot of different types of Buddhas. I feel like Buddha is reincarnated a lot, right?
Yeah.
So do you get like different skins?
That's exactly what I was saying. Remember, like you could have Siddhartha, like when he was still just a prince.
Yeah.
Prior to enlightenment.
Where he's like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I just finally left the house.
Yeah, that. And then you're gonna get the ultimate Buddha, which is Big Buddha, I think.
Big Buddha.
Yeah.
That's when Buddha starts absorbing all of the children. He becomes Big Buddha.
Oh my gosh. I guess that's what it is. They're all power-ups.
How do we deal with like pagans with multiple gods?
That's your department. I'm not
Is
sure.
it like when like you fight as Zeus, but if you do up, up, down, B, 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 A, C, B, then like Hades comes out and like sends his dogs after you or something?
Let's throw in Greek mythological gods in there while we're at it.
I would like to see Thor fight Zeus. Two lightning gods.
Yep. A Norse god versus a Greek mythological god. 100% down.
And the crowd is just clergymen. Just people dressed like priests.
Depends on the level, man.
Yeah, one level's in the Vatican. One level's in the snow. One level's in Valhalla. One level's on the Great Wall of China.
I would play any video game that takes place on the Great Wall of China.
We are literally giving away $1 billion video game.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
$1 billion in litigation fees.
Okay, what other types of video games could we create right now? I want to do like a POV type of video game where you could walk along the Great Wall of China. Maybe I It's Google Earth, or it's just on YouTube, a 4K
Just a
POV. Yeah,
normal simulator.
some dude with a cam. But it would be the Great Wall of China as it was being built.
Oh, so people are like dying in front of you and they're just like, keep building.
Yes.
Keep building.
So this is educational because people just think it's this beautiful part of the world, this
that
wonder
game
of
is
the
called
earth.
Assassin's Creed.
You don't see it get built.
And the last two ones where you get to walk around Greece as everything's going and do like a history lesson.
Uh-huh.
You walk around, Valhalla and like get a history. Describing Assassin's Creed, bro.
Okay, all right, then we can't take
We
that.
just need Assassin's Creed China.
What era of China? The dynasties. During the dynasties, man.
Yeah.
If you were to choose one part of history, and let's be a little fun with this. One part of history to like live in, what would it be?
2000. Because I don't think I know anything that would get me through any other decade.
Wait, you want to go back to a part of history where we already lived through?
Yeah, because if I go back to like the 1800s or whatever, the English that I know isn't even going to line up with the English that they know. And if I go back any further than that, where they're not even speaking English, how am I going to get anything across in the Middle Ages? They're
That's
not
the
going to know
fun part is that you're going to have to learn
That's
to
the
adapt.
fun part.
Yeah, I'm not going to time travel with a Game Boy and like ruin history. I'm saying go back to a part of history where you could try to blend in and so you could actually live through it. Not
Okay.
ruin the timeline.
So if I'm going back in time to try and blend in and live through it,
yeah.
the 20s, the 2000s, 2000, 2000.
Wait, 2000. You're just going back to the 2000. What's wrong with you?
That's
You're
the
not
only-
playing this game correctly.
I'm actually winning the game?
No, I'm the one that made it. You
Well,
can't win
because
it.
the rules are, what time period would you go back in time and survive it?
And let's be fun with it. But you're not being. You're choosing like. I wish I
couldn't
could go 20 years ago.
I couldn't survive the Old West. They don't have running water. I
This is
couldn't survive.
the fun part. You're gonna
Okay,
figure
okay,
it out.
Okay. I'd be a cowboy.
Thank you. Why would you want to be a cowboy?
Because I hate taking showers.
And what kind of cowboy? Like an actual like cowboy, or like someone that works at a saloon and just like comes out whenever there's gonna be two cowboys dueling?
Actually, none. I'm actually the piano player in the saloon.
Would be fun. They played really well back then, and it seemed like a grand old time.
And they always never get shot in shootouts.
Yeah, because
they'll
they're
shoot-
providing music.
They'll shoot the bartender, but they're not going to shoot the piano player.
Sucks that the bartender always gets shot.
He's right there, though.
He is kind of just right there. Bartender's tucked away on the side.
Yeah, the piano player was like, picks his head up from behind the piano. I was like, who's it over?
Poor piano player must like have a jaded life to see that many murders occur, and he's just trying to be at work.
It's just another day in
Yeah,
Carson City.
I guess I should. He probably moves cities every now and then.
What people don't realize is he actually went to school to be a veterinarian.
Did vets exist back in that day?
Somebody had to take care of the horses. A horse doctor and a man doctor, not the same doctor. I'm sure they tried.
You're right. You're right.
I'm sure they tried.
I think I would live in the dynasties. I want to figure it out. Is that
That's okay. Yes.
it's this is a better answer than the 2000s. I'm going to tell you this
Well,
immediately.
we'll just agree to disagree. Because
Okay.
my immediate fear is if I was put in the Dynasty Era of China,
Sure.
my hand signals and shit wouldn't even get,
Would you get thrown in there like at this current age Would you say? Can I be thrown in as like a child so that I have time to learn? So by the time I'm a full-grown Chinese man in the dynasties, I got it down.
You are like a Chinese man, but you look like you, so they're just like, yeah, that's Christian. He's the brown Chinese man.
Oh, I would still look like me.
I don't know. You're the one in control of this.
You're right. No, maybe I think.
Am I redoing life as an Old West little boy? Because then, yeah, I could fucking figure it out, bro. But if you just like put me through that mirror right now, and I suddenly woke up in the Midwest,
Yeah. That's fun. That's the more fun option.
I'd be fucked.
Let's throw you in
mega fucked.
as all the Hanja right now, where they don't know what race you are. Yeah, you'd be fucked.
I would be over here trying to do like sleight of hand and shit and trying to convince them that I'm like a wizard and just use my knowledge of the modern era to succeed.
Did they? But they did have people that did magic tricks back in the day, right?
Sure, yeah, the first magic trick was done in ancient Egypt.
There you go. So you could potentially make your life as an entertainer in the Wild Wild West.
Or because they were so stupid,
What?
be like a sorcerer supreme and just like become emperor of China.
Depends on what part of the Wild Wild West you're in. Because you could be the dude that goes around in the cart selling like potions.
Snake oil.
Yeah, here's snake oil.
And people are like, what is it? I'm like, actually, it's just olive oil. And people will be like, oh, it cures my skin.
And then you'll just make money swindling all these people. Oh, you could be the Wild Wild West swindler.
I think I would be the snake oil salesman.
Yeah, that's exactly who you would be. Okay, who would I be in like how far do you think I would get?
You would be the bartender.
During the Wu Dynasty?
Oh.
No, I'm not going there. Remember, I'm traveling to the Wu Dynasty.
Well, okay, and you're a bigger man, broader man.
Yeah.
It would be a big sign of wealth in that time. So I think you would be like a...
Because that guy's eating.
You'd be like a landowner or like if it's a feudal system, which I believe the dynasty was, you would be a landowner who has his subjects in his own area and then potentially doing,
Oh, but I'm so nice. I would, because subjects weren't paid. They were essentially just, they would be.
They're paid in not
land.
being killed.
Yes. Ooh, I wouldn't do well then. I look like I would be a landowner, but I do not have the traits to keep it going.
So you'd be the biggest, strongest serf who a landowner is just telling to like, now carry the logs over there.
Yeah, I think I'd be a big serf for sure. And then, like, I would eventually try to join a revolt.
I was also thinking you would lead a coup.
I would lead a coup if it's for the right reasons, and then that would be the thing.
What if you were leading a coup for the right reasons at the wrong time?
Like, what's the wrong time? What do you mean?
You're trying to fight for gay marriage in like the 17th century.
I'm too progressive. Way too early.
It's the right fight.
Hey, it's fine if they kiss.
Yeah,
it's fine if they love each other.
That's actually against the Bible. So.
No, that's fine, guys.
Like,
trust me.
A witch.
You're gonna see in a few centuries
a witch.
that you think that in the dynasties, like they're calling me a witch.
I can guarantee that witches have always been around. And people were scared of them.
Salem witch trials were not occurring during the Wu Dynasty, my friend.
No, you're right. Those happened like thousands of years later. But there were witches in China. The man who created gunpowder was trying to create gold out of iron, and he ended up killing himself.
Oh, because it just blew up?
Yeah, he was considered a sorcerer.
So did like they come to the crime scene and they're like, my God.
Must have been a witch.
This man figured it out. Gunpowder. They figured it out.
I imagine the explosion was so big and bright. They were just like, oh, is that a firework? And then it just like became one of those things.
I'm not sure. I'm just curious about like the ignorance that occurred in history just kind of intrigues me because it's this to bring it back. What we're entertained by nowadays is the ignorance in reality shows. We find that entertaining. But let's see if we were to go back in time and like we were to see the invention of like I want to see the caveman after he invented the wheel on accident or like whatever and it just rolled down a hill and he was just chasing it. He didn't understand physics. Yeah. Like, oh my God, come back.
I do believe though that guy who first saw the rock roll down the hill and like, oh fuck is not the guy who was like, I bet you if I put two of those on a basket, I could roll the basket.
Oh yeah, there definitely took more time.
Like the guy who discovers the wheel isn't the guy who discovers the wheelbarrow.
No,
it's like his friend.
We can't give too much credit. I don't even think it occurred in the same lifetime as that caveman.
It's like he told his son like when I was younger, I had a rolling rock, and then he told his son about his grandfather's rolling rock, and then like 5 generations later, somebody was like, why are we carrying all this shit? Yeah, why?
Get that rolling rock, put it underneath this basket.
Hang on, go get another Rolling Rock.
But I don't think they did 4 Rolling Rocks. I think everything was like a tricycle system.
And I'm pretty sure Henry Ford invented the 4 Rolling Rocks.
It took that long.
I'm pretty sure famous anti-Semite Henry Ford was the one who created
Prior
that.
to Henry Ford, I think only tricycles and 3-wheeled vehicles existed, like rickshaws.
I've played the Oregon Trail.
And that's exactly what it is. You know so much. If you've played the Oregon Trail once, you know everything about history.
I know most people died from dysentery.
Yeah. Crazy thing to teach first graders that early.
Just like one of the most ravaging diseases to ever plague humankind.
Here's a cute 16-bit video game that you guys could play for your education during school.
Yep.
Dysentery.
Shot a rocket, bounced back and killed you. Your son's dead because he walked into the tall grass. Your wife is now banging your foreman.
It's the most upsetting video game I think I've ever played.
I've never made it to Oregon.
No, I don't think any kid that has made it to Oregon, give him $100.
Especially because there'd be times too where it'd be like, if you want to settle here in Nevada, you can. And I'd be like, yeah, I'll settle here in Nevada.
I would love to. They're like, no, you have to make it to Oregon.
I want to go. This game sucks. I've been playing this game for 6 days.
Yeah.
I'm still not in Oregon. Yeah, I'll settle here.
I think I full-heartedly believe that no kid that has ever played the Oregon Trail made it to Oregon successfully.
I do remember, I do remember getting an Oregon Trail version of the video game where it was 4 discs long. Where you would like get to a point in the video game where it'd be like, now put in disc 2. You'd have to switch the disc.
What is this, like the Titanic when it came to VHS?
And then you'd get to like Missouri, and then it'd be like, now put in disc 3. You put in disc.
You're getting so far by the time disc 3 comes.
And then it's like, now put in disc 4.
Do you think there's anyone that got like heavily addicted to playing the Oregon Trail?
I mean, it's still a thing.
Sure. I mean, I think it's a thing.
That was a weird body movement that I just did.
It's just a thing, man.
I actually
Witch.
saw it on. I usually don't have the feedback right in front of me, and so I saw it and was really not.
If anyone beats the Oregon Trail as a first grader, skip all.
I think 4th, 5th graders when you play Oregon Trail.
Sure. Okay, then they should skip middle school and high school and just give them a cap and gown.
Just start teaching us the history of the Oregon Trail.
Yeah, fire the history teacher that you have. The kid that beat the Oregon Trail should be teaching us history because they obviously know a lot. You disagree with that bit, huh?
I don't think we should be taking jobs away from anyone.
You're right. Keep that history. Teachers need to get paid more.
We'll just demote him to teacher's assistant.
He's going to become TA? A non-paid job for some high schoolers?
Yeah, but the child gets paid now, so you know.
Oh, there you go.
You want to do a scene of improvisation?
I would love to.
Let's do a scene of improvisation, but the first word you're going to say is hi, and then I'll respond with hi, and then you say, how are you? And I'll say, I'm good. How are you? No?
Stop writing the script.
Is that not how it goes?
And also, if the script is just going to be small talk, something that we're probably going to have when we go out in public.
Pleasant weather we're having.
No, I hate that. I can't continue that conversation.
I just love the idea of you being at like a bar and somebody being like, hey, pretty nice weather we're having, and you're like, no, I can't continue that conversation.
You're making
Sorry.
me sick.
I can't.
Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouth. And I take his
snap
jaw.
their neck.
I shut your fucking mouth. Who else wants it? Pleasant weather we're having.
Mr. Manson, you're gonna have to leave now.
Oh, fuck. All right, I'll start my own family. Mr. Manson is Doodle Bob. That's who they base Doodle Bob after.
Señoras y señoritas, bienvenidos a la highly irrelevant.
It's been 3 days. I'm hungry, I'm tired, and Oregon is a week away. Little Jimmy died. Little Timmy died. Now you, JoJo, I'm putting you at the front of the caravan to lead the rest of the pack there.
Dad, isn't that how the other children you just mentioned died?
Yeah, but I believe in you. You're going to be a little different this time.
I do have just one thing me and the other folks have been talking about.
What?
We don't believe that Oregon's a real place.
It's a real place.
Well, okay, hang
It's
on,
in the
Dad.
books.
Dad, I know it's in books. We've all read the books. You made us all read the books.
Of course.
It just seems like it's really far away, and we've been in these mountains for months.
Months,
Yeah. We've been out of food for
months.
Again, we haven't had an ox since we left Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been literally walking most of this time.
Difficult.
And I do feel like, and this part will upset you, Dad. Are we going in circles?
Oh, I don't think we are.
Yeah, okay.
We barely made any turns. If you keep going straight, you would think that you would keep going straight.
Yes, but this is the tree that you wrote your name on after you peed.
You saying that trees don't look the same and that some trees...
What? You mean you put your name in it?
Read what is the initials.
F-U-C-K?
Yeah. That could have been anyone with those 4 initials prior to us, and they're probably having margaritas in Oregon.
But you're Francis Ulysses Clark Kent.
Yes, but someone else could be Philip Ulysses Charles Kennedy. Who knows?
I
Stumped you there. You know I'm the smart one.
Okay, I'll get in the front then.
You know I'm the smart one.
You got me.
Cut to the front where John and his sister Sarah are talking shit about their dad.
Sarah, I tried. You know, when you explain it to me, it makes so much sense about how we're going in circles. But I tried explaining it to Dad, and
everywhere we're going, there's wheel marks. There's wheel marks, and so we know that there's circles, and he just doesn't understand it. Dad's, you know what I think is happening? Dad's hiding all the food from us.
How come you're not bouncing?
The wheel's broken on my side.
Oh no! Oh shit! Oh fuck. Okay, well, let me go see if Dad's busy. See if he can help us fix this wheel. Cut to the dad who's in the cart with the blind closed, and I walk.
No,
They're covered in chili.
That's not my chili. It's not my chili. It's not what it looks like.
Dad, it looks like you've been hoarding food for months.
I just found this. I was gonna share with you guys.
But why are you naked?
It's because the chili came all over me, and I need to save my clothes for when it gets cold later.
Checks out. Okay, well, let me go get my sister then. She should have some of this chili, right?
No, don't tell her.
Oh God, no.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. You and I can split this chili. And Sarah will get hers later. But for right now, you and I could have this chili.
I don't know, Dad.
If you don't tell her.
That seems a little mean.
Are you gonna starve? Or do you want some of this chili? Sarah, she's fine. I saw her eating the grape the other day.
Grape?
She had a grape the other day.
Grape?
She had a grape the other day.
I guess I'll get in the chili too then.
Cut to 5 seconds later. Sarah walks up to where this... Oh my God, what's going on? Is that a pool of chili?
No, we're having sex.
You guys are related.
Oh, this is a giant bowl of chili.
So? What? You guys have been hiding food from me? Yeah, we have been. It's... Sarah, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
Dad, why don't you explain this to Sarah?
A bowl of chili came from the sky. Don't know how it came, but it fell on me and your brother.
Just right down from the heavens.
We both took off our clothes because we needed to save them for
when it gets cold.
When it gets cold. What do you mean? We're in the mountains. It's cold now.
Yeah, sis, but we're covered in chili.
All right, Sarah, we're going to let you in a little secret. If you want some of this chili...
Dad. Are we sure we want Sarah in on this case?
You're right. She's a fat ass.
Yeah.
She just eats everything. We saw you eat that grape earlier. Grape? Grape.
Yeah.
Grape.
Dad says you had a grape.
That was an acorn that I saw on the side, and I was trying to eat it. We're going to get grapes right now.
Dad, did you just lie to me and get me naked in this bowl of chili with you?
No, it's just like, let me let you in on a little secret.
Okay.
Sarah's a fucking liar.
What?
And I never wanted a daughter.
Honestly, Dad,
Whoa.
Dad, Sarah, this seems like something you two should handle.
Whoa.
I'm going to take my bowl of chili and let you two handle this by yourselves.
We see John scraping chili off of his dad's chest. Hey, that's mine. That's mine.
You got bigger problems to handle, Dad.
That's mine. Hey, am I gonna get some chili?
Honestly, says that's between you and Dad. Jojo leaves. No, please do a scene with the dad and the sister.
You want to? Sarah, have a seat. Sarah sits into the chili. Dad, how come you didn't love me, Jimmy, or Timmy? And John you kind of like? I'm not really sure. Well, it has nothing to do with who you are as a person, as opposed to, like, you remind me too much of your mom. And your mom and I didn't super duper get along. And so Dad, this is just really, really upset. I just want some food. You're the one that took me on this trail with you.
In walks the mom. Hey, have you guys seen my bed?
Honey, what are you doing?
Is this a giant bowl of chili?
Sarah, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. If you play along with me, you and I could share the chili, and your mom doesn't get any. Dad, I don't feel comfortable doing this. Honey, it's not what it seems. A bowl of chili came from the sky.
As he says that, the camera's panning out, and it is actually just Christian in a bathtub by himself, doing all the voices, all the characters. There is no chili. It's just a bathtub full of bubbles. Christian has gone insane.
The camera pans out even more. It's Arkham Asylum. Christian is known as the Chili Man.
It's Arkham Asylum. Oh my god.
End scene.
Oh my god, that was good. That was really good. I'm in physical pain.
Thank you.
Oh goodness. Well, I have a plane to catch.
Yeah, you got to get the hell out of here. Have fun in LA. Tell me all about it when you come back.
And you have fun at work.
I'm not working. It's my weekend.
Oh,
I got laid off.
That is kind of what I thought.
It sounded like.
I'm not working. I'm kind of in between jobs right now. You know?
It's just like
one thing or another.
I'm good in the Trump check and later.
But you know what though? My crypto is going off the chain.
It's booming.
Yeah.
You trust me, right?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. Thank you. All right.
Let's
Let's get the fuck out of here. Baddies, you guys know what to do. You guys know where to follow us. You know to buy merch. You know to all do it about all that stuff. We love you.
I don't. I really love you.
Bye, baddies. This week we watched Josie and the
Pussycats. Which, honestly, you haven't seen this movie in a long time?
No, I've never.
You've never seen this movie?
I've never seen this movie.
It's an action-packed spy thriller.
All about it.
Okay?
All about it. I thought they were a touring band.
With overarching conspiracy theories that have real, legitimate stakes in the real world.
Let's watch it. Okay. I'm excited. There's a cartoon, right?
The cartoon's from, like, the old days.
And they made the movie because the cartoon existed?
In, like, the 2000s, yeah.
Love it. I'm all about it.
You know what? Hey, you're in for a real treat.
Yes. Awesome. Let's do it. All
Josie
right, baddies.
and the Pussycats.
Bye-bye.
Not Jason and the Argonauts.